If you give 1,000 monkeys typewriters, at some point in time, they will type out Hamlet.
Satish was insulting Raj all this time before we started the show. Raj is in charge of the AC remote. Satish is freezing.
Guess who's wearing jackets and has a vest inside? Not Satish.
Earth is its own living organism and we are the virus, right? And whenever we overpopulate, Earth uses natural disasters, floods, tsunamis to control it. Like we take medicine when we get sick.
Punchi Paula Rattara.
Great, amazing doctors. We like you. You subscribe to the channel. This bad doctors shoot. Subscribe to Takish's channel.
So there are infinite versions of Satish right now, and there's a version of Satish who's not cold right now.
Yeah. There's a version of Satish that was actually the scientist in Wuhan. Hi guys, welcome back to a very another exciting episode. There is so much to say because we haven't seen you in a long time. Rats, what is today's episode?
Today's episode is all about conspiracy theories. Yes, all the theories that you have about your neighbor, about your cat. Probably true. Is it? I don't know. We'll find out.
What is your neighbor and your cat? You know what? We also have two very exciting guests. One was brought back by popular demand. One was brought back because we had to find somebody at the last minute.
That's so wrong.
That's messed up.
That's so bro. And that's how much you love Satish. All right?
That's crazy.
You guys have met Satish before, but Satish's introduction.
Yeah.
My name is Satish and I'm 22 years old. I work at HCL Tech.
Satish, be happy about it, Satish.
I'm a desk analyst and I was in real estate for 2 years.
Fantastic. Christian, as happy as you can.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, I'm Christian. Thank you guys for requesting to have me back. I'm 20 years old. I'm a student, model public speaker, and your conspiracy theorist for the day. So let's get started.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The reason why you guys, I wanted to do the conspiracy theory episode is because there was a conspiracy theory. There was a message going around social media. All right. That message had a picture of me when I was a cabin crew member in 2016. Posing for the Sri Lankan Airlines poster, all right? And what the entire thread was the fact that even though he became the president, our president's son is now working in Sri Lankan Airlines. Okay. What a humbling thing that is, to see the president's son is still pulling his own weight. And somebody has met the president's son on this flight, and the president's son has said, Kasun is his name, Kasun has said something on the lines of, even though he's my father, I still feel it's my duty to do what I had to do. That is why I'm doing this. Now, I am not any of these people, but everybody has identified me to be this person, and the person who sent me this message was my own mother, saying, I also didn't know, Puta, what happened there. So, we just want to showcase the fact that sometimes when you say things, it just goes out.
100%.
Yeah, right? And there's nothing to control it because that's how fast social media travels.
Honestly.
So, I will kick things off with my conspiracy theory.
You know, it's funny. It used to be word of mouth, but now it's word on the net.
Social media is a big thing nowadays.
Massive thing, absolutely.
Spreads in literally seconds.
Speaking of spreads, what
Damn,
are your...
that was cool. That was smooth. Damn.
What a great segue.
That's why we do this. Follow us and subscribe and all that shit. What are your thoughts on COVID-19? Do you think it was an actual disease? Do you think it's all made up? And the only reason I'm asking is this, right? There are now tests and results being found that this I want to say serums, but the vaccines that we were given and the booster shots are having negative effects on people.
More than the virus
More than the virus is, right? While the virus was happening, people have pointed out saying that, yes, even though the numbers were on an incredible rise, a majority of the people who passed away weren't really passing away from COVID-19 per se. They were passing away because they had either a primary disease, but the second COVID-19 was, or they were told that they had COVID-19, they were quarantined and immediately fed this fear that you are now going to definitely die. So even if you had a mild heart issue, it would maximize and you would die from that. So you would have died not from COVID-19 itself, but from another disease. It's just that nobody clarified if this was COVID-19 or not.
Okay.
And therefore, it was just categorized under COVID-19 because the majority of the people who died, from what I know, please be easy on me, I love you, was a heavy aging population around the world.
Correct.
Right.
Right? So what are your thoughts on COVID-19? Do you think it was a conspiracy theory where things were said? Was it a bat that was found in Wuhan? What are your thoughts?
Just to clarify, right? Are you saying that COVID-19 was like a placebo effect type of thing around the world?
No. Well, I will say that COVID-19 did happen. I'm
Okay.
not ridiculous enough to say that it did.
Yeah.
But the numbers that it said to have claimed, I think was kind of here and there.
Okay.
And my second theory is the fact that the companies that invented, Pfizer,
Okay.
essentially,
Yeah.
they double, tripled, if not quadrupled. And my source for this is Russell Brand. When
Okay,
Russell
yeah.
Brand came on was it either not Jay Leno, I think it was John Maher, one of those shows, like a talk show. He brings out the facts and the stats that even if you have a hospital team or a medical facility, right, and their main objective is to create a vaccine for a problem, right, they would go around ushering the problem so that they can make more money for it.
Right.
And the stock price of Pfizer, I think, I don't know, quadrupled or something.
Right.
Yeah, so essentially what he's trying to say is they created it so they can profit off of it,
Yeah.
Right.
right? Again, to clarify before words come out, I am not saying COVID-19 didn't happen.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out there. What I'm saying is, do you guys think was it as deadly as people say it was?
My thing is, I think it was a massive plan, right? Now, I think it's for two major things. One is to reduce the population, and one is to control the population. Reduce the population as in, spreading the virus, people die, blah, blah, blah. Population reduces. And control the population as by creating fear, right? Now, one thing you said is like, this could be true. Maybe not everyone who died in the numbers, they were probably, not everyone was probably from COVID. Probably would have been from any other diseases, but they added it as COVID.
Yeah.
So maybe that was one of the steps they created to instill fear in people's minds.
Yeah.
So that way they put the vaccine, and God knows what's in the vaccine, because people are just dying right now from the vaccine.
Yeah.
I know so many people who died right after taking the vaccine, or like suffering some sort of side effect.
Yeah.
Or maybe those people are just the weakest. Maybe the vaccine could cause like a long-term problems, like maybe for our kids in future, the future generation. Maybe they grow up weak. Maybe they depended more on medicine, stuff like that. That's what I
because there were people who didn't take the vaccine who are fine,
believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And then on top of that, there's Joe Rogan who took whatever the apparent horse deworm or whatever it is. Yeah.
What?
Right. And and
Is that a vaccine or?
no, so basically
I've never heard of
the
that.
second. So I think Joe Rogan went on his podcast, said either something on the lines of he doesn't want to take the vaccine for COVID.
Right.
Then he got COVID, and then he said instead of taking the vaccine, he's going to take some other things. And these things were prescribed to him by doctors. It's just that major news outlets started calling him weird
Yeah.
and saying that he should be ostracized for making that decision, and started labeling that medication horse dewormer. Apparently, a part of that can be used as horse dewormer or something.
Oh, gosh.
Right?
Okay.
But then, and this was CNN that called him out. So it's a major news article.
Right.
Right. And I think Joe either he almost sued them or he did, because what was prescribed to him was prescribed by a doctor. It's not that he just went to the woods and found it
Makes sense.
next to his elk. But that is the extent. So what Sati says, I also kind of understand, because there is another conspiracy theory where there's a group of global elites that get together that make world decisions.
Correct.
So if the aging population or dependency population is too high, you cull off the population so it doesn't depend on your country too much, therefore wasting resources.
Correct.
Sort of like Thanos, but in a better way.
I don't know if
Pretty
better,
Better or
is
not,
the
but
way.
like a
And
nicer
Thanos,
way.
yeah.
Thanos.
And one more thing I would like to add on to that is, I think they started putting out saying, the vaccine is just up to you. You can put it if you want to. But at the same time, they started putting up rules for people who did not put the vaccines. As in, like, you can't travel without the vaccine card and stuff like that. So that's pretty much like forcing you to do it. Otherwise, you guys can't do this. But they also, on the outside, they're like, oh, you can put it if you want to.
So what I think about the COVID-19 whole situation is, I believe it's as real as us having this podcast right now. I believe it was a real thing. I don't know if the numbers were doctored, but I do have loved ones who actually did pass away from COVID-19. So I have to say that it is a real thing. But was it from a bat in Wuhan? No, I don't think so. I think it was biologically created in a lab. I think it was biologically created in a lab, and like you said, bro, for a purpose. I think it was to control the population, to limit the population, and to add on to that, I feel like it was also in a way to distract the population, right? Because there's so many political changes happening around the world within that point in time, and none of us had any clue because we were stuck at home. We had pretty much, at least for me, right? I was still in school, so I had pretty much nothing else to do than just be on my phone, watch YouTube videos.
Every news was about COVID and nothing else, right?
Exactly. So I feel like it was also a distraction in a way, but the main purpose, like you said, was to limit and to control the population. And I don't think it's something that came naturally just by eating a bat in a soup, right? That was the theory, right?
I mean, I'm sure
so.
people have eaten bat soup before.
Yeah, there was a singer who, where someone threw a bat on stage and he bit off the head.
Whoa.
No.
That was not a singer. His name is Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
Right?
Not
That's
a
a singer.
My bad.
And also in his defense, he has done that before. But it was a prop bat.
It was
right?
a prop
It
bat,
usually was a prop bat. It's just that this time it was a live bat. The guy didn't know. So his thing is he bites the head off. Right. But it's a prop. This time was a real thing. And he was also like, oh. Yeah, but then great music.
I bit the head of a bat. Bloody hell.
Exactly.
That's not how it sounded like.
On the topic actually of COVID-19, I have a really fun theory, not a theory, a fact actually to present to you guys, okay?
Oh, okay.
So there was this rapper in 2013 called Dr. Creep, okay? And he predicted COVID-19 literally 7 years, 6-7 years before it happened. So
Dr. Creep.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll read you his lyrics from the song, right? So he published this on YouTube. You can go and search it up right now. Anybody at home, just search it up right now.
First subscribe to That's So Bro.
Yeah.
And then search for that.
Exactly. So Dr. Creep, and the funny thing is the song. I'll give you the title of the song right after the lyrics.
Can you sing the song?
I don't know how it goes. I just know the lyrics. Okay.
Rats, beatbox.
Damn. Okay, now. Alright, so it says, the virus is harvesting. What do you mean? Begin life in the lab in the first war of vaccines. And towards the end of the song, he says, 2020 combined with coronavirus, bodies stacking. So what do you think? Yeah, in 2013. And you can search it up right now, bro.
Is he dead?
No, he's still alive to this day.
He's silenced?
Yeah, and this is a real thing. I've seen this in multiple sources, and it's a YouTube video. You can obviously check the published date, right?
Right, yeah.
So there are so many conspiracy theories around this particular song, because some people are saying maybe he's a writer for The Simpsons or something. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. And that is also said that The Simpsons are crazy at predicting.
Yeah.
No, it's not predicting. Dude, when you have that many episodes.
Rads was kicked out as a writer for The Simpsons. Yes, Rads.
When you have that many episodes.
What's going to happen tomorrow?
When you have that many episodes, and you think of the craziest stuff that can come out from the tiniest rumor, you're bound to hit the mark 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 times, right?
Right.
Because I mean, there's this whole theory of if you give 1,000 monkeys typewriters, at some point in time they will type out Hamlet.
Right.
Or Macbeth, I can't remember which one it was, but something. So it's chance. It just happens to be that they take these TV shows, they take the tiniest rumor and they expand it and they extrapolate on it and they think of the craziest possibilities that can come, whatever is the craziest and makes more sense, they put it on the episode.
So
and some of them just happen to be right.
Okay.
Like a coincidence?
Yeah,
like so much.
I will.
I'd like to disagree with that.
I will do this, right?
I will tell you why I say that, because some of these things
He
that
just
come
doesn't
out,
like The Simpsons, you guys. He likes Family Guy.
Hey, Family Guy is the same thing. Family Guy is the same thing. They predicted a few things also.
Really?
Not predicted. It's just they had those then in the episodes based on certain things that were happening at the time, and they kind of took it in a way that the public didn't. All right, everyone else didn't. They went a little overboard, or they played along with the rumor or the rumors that were there, right?
Yeah.
And it just happened to be right.
Right.
I think that's what it is. It's not that they had inside information. Maybe they did have inside information, but it's not that they're some mystical gurus.
Is this because Simpsons became more famous than Disney?
No.
Is that what your beef is? It's not
It's
lying.
not beef. I'm just saying you can't call those writers some sort of like, you can't look at them as gurus predicting things just because some episodes happen to be the truth.
But then again, there are certain episodes where it goes like really into detail. For example, I believe MH 370 was literally mentioned in one of the episodes, and like the flight number,
Yeah, Rans, how do you explain that?
Coincidence?
Did a monkey type that out, Rans?
Those are called coincidences. Coincidences.
But the exact
to
number,
that extent?
MH 370 to
Yeah,
that extent.
Come on.
I think so,
exactly
too.
the same details.
That's
Like,
uncanny, bro. If it is a coincidence, it has to be one of the biggest of all time. I would say. But
I will then also
I don't
segue.
think
I
so.
will segue both ways and say,
Yeah.
what about the Simpsons episode where they did the tour of P Diddy's white party?
oh yeah, whoa.
What?
Maybe that stuff they
Yeah.
had inside information of. Who knows? Like I said, some of those episodes may be based on rumor, maybe based on certain inside information they get, maybe based on like, what do you call these, public secrets. People don't want to talk about it openly, but they kind of put it in the episode just to put it out there. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why that came out in that particular episode.
When you watch magic shows, are you the guy who says, no, there's a rabbit in the hat, I saw the rabbit before?
No, I love magic.
Then just go with it, man. God damn. All right.
No, I'm trying to be the voice of reason here because everyone's like, conspiracy.
Yeah.
The earth is flat.
But I have another question though. This is also,
Is that flat?
this is like a conspiracy theory. How are these shows banned?
No, they're not
Which
banned.
one?
Banned?
Okay,
Not banned?
No. How are they not banned? Like, for
Oh, because they're
example, The Simpsons. They're
entertainment.
literally- Sorry?
Entertainment.
Entertainment, true.
The value they bring.
True. But my thing is, anything that, like, for example, any truth that comes out that exposes certain people gets banned or gets silent or something like that.
If you were doing something under the rug, so to speak.
I'm sorry, but
Which he's doing right now.
Yeah. And the three of us made a show about it.
okay.
If you come out and say, I don't like what they did, they're invading my privacy, you're kind of putting more, you're solidifying our claim that you're actually doing that.
Yeah, but in that case, then something like that happened for this movie. It's called Sound of Freedom. Have you seen it? It's a very, very sad
Sound of
movie.
Freedom?
Sound of
Are you
Freedom.
sure it's sound
a-
of something else?
No, Sound of Freedom. It's a
I
movie
talked about
about
the Sound of Music.
That's the one.
it's a movie about children getting kidnapped for
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. I've
that
seen this.
movie, yeah.
I think this was released very recently,
Very
right?
recently.
And Dana White made it compulsory for all the UFC fighters to go watch it.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
now guess what?
Yeah.
I just read about that thing.
Yeah.
Now, the guy who acted in that movie, solid movie. Perfect.
Really?
Everything is good.
I'm
But the
yet
actu-
to check it out. Yeah.
But the guy who actually did it, the guy who actually saved them, eventually after the movie came out, he got so many allegations saying that he harassed people, he did stuff to many women and stuff like that. And I'm assuming it's like a thing to.
Interesting, and I will also expand on that because the second. So I said this whole Russell Brand thing, right? Russell Brand he's hilarious, dude. By the way, as an actor, he was absolutely hilarious. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I think was one of the movies.
Yeah.
Brilliant. After that, he just started deep diving into conspiracy theories, and he came up with this whole thing as well, especially about COVID.
Okay.
The second he did this show, bro, like a couple of weeks later, he has done things to kids. He has sexually advanced some women who didn't want to be a part of that, and they always would try to ruin this person.
Yeah.
Right.
What's his name again? Sorry.
Russell Brand.
Oh, right.
You've seen him.
Okay.
You've seen him.
I
He's
know
a British guy with like really funky hair.
He's a director, you said.
Actor.
Actor. Okay.
And celebrities are trying to ban that movie. So,
Interesting.
makes sense. Dots are connected.
Have you guys
Wait,
heard
hold
the
on.
theory of Dan Schneider, the director?
The Nickelodeon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this one. What is that?
So he's the director of the Nickelodeon shows, right? iCarly and I think
Amanda
Victorious.
Bynes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently,
My gosh, I haven't
That's
seen her in a hot
all
minute.
that. Remember?
All that, yeah, all
Yeah.
that.
Remember?
All that. Is that the one where Keenan and Kel come on?
Yeah.
What?
I have no idea.
You weren't
Dan
born there,
Schneider?
Satish.
Who loves
think I heard
orange
the name.
soda?
Yeah.
Kel
Kel
does.
does.
Is it true? I do. All right, I'm done.
So he was like the
So
director
fucking-
of the Nickelodeon shows, right? And later on, all like the actors came forward and they said that he always did something predatory, or he'll make a predatory request from the actors for something to do during the show and make it seem like it's for the plot of the show, but it had nothing to do with the show. And then so many people came forward that it was uncanny, right? It's pretty obvious when 5, 6, 10 people come forward that there's something wrong with the director, nothing wrong with the show. And plus he directed many shows and all, and these are kid actors, right?
Yeah.
They were all, I think, 15, 14 at the time.
If
Some
not,
less,
younger,
some
yeah.
less,
Yeah.
It's just to silence the people. It's
Yeah,
that simple.
exactly. But now I think people are much more open about it, and there's much more knowledge because of social media. Because
I guess
Yeah.
with the rise of the whole Me Too movement, Mashang.
okay.
Yeah, with the whole Harvey Weinstein thing.
Yeah.
And the whole Me Too movement, like
Increased
everybody.
It's
I'm
getting
sorry,
cold
what?
here, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it too cold for you, Satish?
For you guys who was wondering what's happening, Satish was insulting Rads all this time before we started the show. Rads is in charge of the AC remote. Satish is freezing.
Guess who's wearing jackets and has a vest inside? Not Satish.
All three of us, bro. All three of us.
Just increase the temperature, please. Thank
Fine.
you. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Right?
Right, sure.
I completely forgot what I was even saying.
Why is it's not working?
Oh,
Oh my
no,
god,
give it to
it's
me.
not totally not working.
That's good.
Thanks.
You're talking about the Me Too movement.
the Me Too movement, Mashang, I think the fact that bro, are you mad?
Why not?
It's hot.
Okay, for a while.
Okay.
Just for a little while.
So I think the whole Me Too movement was the fact that Mashang, actors finally got the courage to speak up against producers and directors.
Yeah.
In a time where it was an expected thing, right? And I will go to the extent of saying this as well. In our career, there are some individuals who expect models to do things with them in order to get placements.
I mean, we've known that. It's
Right.
it's a popular secret.
But see,
Everyone
the
knows
thing
it.
is this, right? From what little I know, I don't know anybody else who has come forward and said, yes, they did. It's a known thing. Like,
Yeah.
we know this happens. And my advice as a senior would be stay away from this particular person because there's a chance that this person might do something or say something to you. And be smart about it.
Right.
But it's one thing for me to warn him. It's one thing for me to call this other person out.
Right.
Right? But then nobody in the industry has done that.
Right.
They want to stay below the radar. They don't want to risk their.
Yeah, but then
It's
what happens?
career suicide, I guess. if
Yeah.
you
It is,
open
it
up.
is.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because ultimately, those kind of people wield power in a way that
Exactly.
they will be in the way of your success.
Yeah.
So obviously, you will put your success on top of everything else. You
Yeah.
want to be successful.
Yeah.
Are you gonna gamble doing a few
Exactly.
stuff with sorry, we were talking about
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Yes, not just that. Before that, we were talking about the movie.
Yeah.
Lion King
Lion
was an
King.
unnecessary movie. Yeah, Mufasa
Sound of Freedom.
was the
We were
bad guy.
talking about Lion King? I don't remember this.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
So COVID-19. Now, you guys. These are all the popular conspiracy theories. Here's what I think.
I'm gonna hit this.
You're gonna hate this.
I would love this. Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. First of all, I don't think it was a government or like a big person conspiracy. If there are claims to, I do sort of see the possibility of it being a conspiracy of these companies to have artificially created it and then be like, yeah, we're gonna send this out and we're gonna have the only vaccine known sort of thing.
Okay.
That's the most sassiest thing ever.
But I also
Send this out.
believe when things are going wrong, nature has a way of setting things back on track.
Right.
Because as great as us humans think we are nothing compared to the forces of nature.
Right.
There have been 5 cataclysmic extinction level events that the earth has gone through in the 4.5 billion years that it's been around. Been around, get it? Because it's a ball. Sorry.
Flat Earth theorists, not for you.
Not for you, clearly. That's a whole other conspiracy theory. So these things, the poles, North Pole, South Poles flipping, the ice caps melting, the ice ages, all of this has happened before.
Right.
And if there are things that are going over the balance, if the balance is being tipped too much onto one side, nature has a way of balancing the scales again.
Right.
I think the virus, however it got into the human population, is a way of nature controlling us. Not controlling in the sense, like trying to balance things out.
I will then,
That's what I think.
Okay, but then I will also ask you, isn't it also kind of corny that every time there's an election, especially in the States, you hear the Ebola virus come up.
Okay, so yeah.
And
there are-
then where's the
there are
Ebola virus?
sometimes-
In some airport, somebody got the Ebola virus, decided to fly to another country immediately.
Yeah.
Everything shuts down for a bit, and then this resolves itself, and then hey.
By the way, this election, yeah, I mean, okay, those kind of things, yes, but this kind of world level event, I don't know. I think it's
So you think
Them-
you think it's nature that came?
it's I think nature and someone actually being stupid, whether it's the scientist in the lab, being careless, or maybe it's someone eating a bat. I don't know.
You don't think it was done on purpose by any chance?
The chances of it being done on purpose, I won't put it past us humans.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to human beings. God, you got this.
Man, I wouldn't put it past us, but I also don't want to believe that there are such evil people out there. I just want to believe there is at least some good. So this may have been sort of
Okay.
Just being optimistic with it.
yeah,
Right.
being a little optimistic.
So then you'd also understand that every evil imaginable that was done by human beings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The-
So are every good,
The good,
things
yeah, okay.
that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
just
what a full cup of empty moment that was. It.
That's
Good
just
on you. You're right. I should be more optimistic. Yeah.
That's
you
because the
talk-
negative
yeah.
stuff spreads faster than the
Yeah, that's true. And you talking about the Earth actually like solving its own problems is its own conspiracy in itself. Like there's this theory. Have you heard about the Earth virus theory?
The Earth,
Earth-
where the virus?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have.
So it's like the
The
Earth.
Matrix.
Yeah, pretty much. In a way, it's like
The
Earth
Matrix
is
is
Earth is its own living organism.
Hold on, what's happening over there? Are you?
I
Are
was
you?
going to give Satish a jacket.
thanks.
Oh damn, that's very chivalrous. Chivalrous. My bad.
No, it's chivalrous.
Chivalrous. That's what I was going for.
Dying here.
That's exactly what I was going for. So I was saying, so the Earth virus theory, right? The Earth is its own living organism, and we are the virus, right? We are the invasions.
Invaders, yeah.
And whenever we overpopulate, Earth uses natural disasters, floods, tsunamis to control it. Like we take medicine when we get sick.
Right.
It's,
That's the theory. That's how
the
it goes.
Earthquakes and the tornadoes and the tsunamis
So
are
natural
the immune
disasters,
system,
yeah. How it solves itself. So
Right.
I mean, I don't know if COVID was done by humans or by Mother Nature. I have no clue, but
The thing
It's
about
such an interesting
the thing
theory,
about
yeah.
COVID is COVID has been around. It's just
Where?
not in humans. COVID is
The 18 before the 19. COVID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I thought
So
it was just
those are-
COVID-19 because it happened in 2019. Is
So-
that the
Oh, was that it?
case? I thought that was the case. Did you actually think that was like?
COVID 1, COVID 2, COVID 3.
I don't know. The scientists or the chemists, the chemistry people and the biology people who name them in a certain way. But I do know that the coronavirus is a common sort of. It is part of the common flu. Like the common cold, coronaviruses are common colds.
Right, yeah.
And essentially, this type of coronavirus that came out were in animals. Like your cats, your dogs would have it.
Right.
And it's just something that was naturally already out there. But then another reason I believe that the possibility of it being genetically enhanced in a lab and then released is also the fact that since it has been around already and never jumped onto the human population,
How did it?
how did it do? I mean, did someone actually eat a bat? Or
Could
was
it be
there
a
more
lab
things?
leak?
Could it be a
Could
lab
be, yeah.
leak? Someone made a mistake and left a sample out. I don't know. They brought something that was contaminated with the virus back home.
Right.
I
That's a
don't know.
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone was
like
eating
that.
lunch, they thought it was a condiment instead of
Oh my
this thing
god.
on test tube.
AIDS used to be in monkeys
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. But then
until someone decided to,
find out if you can mix the species. Right.
that. Right. So, I mean, some stuff that are harmful to us in that sense have been around. It's never jumped into our
Yeah.
species.
Right. But then what do you think the reason behind putting it into human beings was?
If it was done for malicious intent, then it's obviously profit. That's what everything comes down to. But if it's the other way, then it's just nature. What nature does, I think. You can go look at it both ways. I think.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take. Because almost everyone I've spoken to, either they believe that it's purely the bat in Wuhan or that it's like biologically made. But the fact that the Earth solved it that by itself is something
Maybe,
new.
I
Yeah.
I mean, where is COVID right now? I mean, you're saying
Yeah.
that. I mean, you're saying everyone who put the vaccine because they put the vaccine, it went. What if it's out there?
Yeah,
No,
fair
it's-
enough.
I mean,
It
it is
doesn't
out there. I
go
think
away.
people are just living with it at this point
Probably.
in time.
That's
yeah.
what it is.
No,
It's
but
just not as I don't know, people aren't.
But how many cases in the hospitals are there saying that's COVID-19? I don't know. I haven't done the
so
research.
Raj's point is the fact that because it was around for so long, right, there was definitely a chance for an antibody inside of you to form to fight against it. How's the jacket, man?
Why doesn't it have a pocket?
It doesn't need a pocket, something. It's supposed to keep you warm.
It's supposed to keep you warm.
Something's never grateful, you know what I mean, dude?
Hands are cool.
What I'm also trying to say is, we are living with COVID-19 right now. We are. It's just there. We have gotten immune to it, maybe because of the vaccines, maybe because of what the scientists call herd immunity. After you live with something for so long, as a community, you build a resistance to it. Your bodies will come out with antibodies or a way of fighting.
So I have a question then.
Dude,
let's say, sorry.
Five.
Let's say,
we're stuck on COVID-19 for like 20 minutes.
Let's say 20%.
COVID-19 for 90 minutes.
Let's say about 20% of the world population didn't take the vaccine.
Right.
Okay.
I want to know if they're still alive, if
Are
they're
you?
immune to it.
If you didn't take the COVID-19 vaccine,
Are you still alive?
please say hi,
Are you
Satish, in the
immune to
comments
it?
below.
Yeah, I just want to know.
Satish wants to say hi to you.
Because if they are immune to it, then that's no point of the vaccine.
Dude, there is always a point of a vaccine. The vaccine is there to help boost your immune system.
See what an interesting topic this is.
Are you
guys?
sure? Okay. Now.
Do you know what a vaccine does?
You want to watch more interesting topics? Subscribe to That's Our channel.
Okay. It's think of it something like it goes into your body.
Yes.
It makes your body handle the other.
Do you know what the
diseases.
vaccine actually is?
It
The
gives
vaccine
you a
is
strain of the disease
the
itself.
vaccine is a milder, more
Version
tamed version of the actual virus.
disease. Okay.
That will train your body to produce the antibodies that are necessary to fight that particular type of virus.
Why didn't you train the people who died then?
Dude,
But it's so useless.
My God, dude.
I would also go to the extent where he said he said his family members were
It's not
so
my
sorry.
family members, people known to.
My apologies.
I'm no
I don't want to
offense
say.
taken.
And
Rassis
you look at the
keeps
camera and say, sorry,
but Rassis keeps triggering me for no reason. But my thing is, I'm going to get killed for this, but I don't care. So my thing is,
Please give my jacket back before something happens to you.
You don't want some blood stains?
No.
From that window. So my thing is, every medicine that's supposed to cure you or heal you or protect you has some sort of a massive side effect.
Not all medicine.
I feel every single
No,
medicine.
dude.
That
taking
in
this
itself is
so-
a conspiracy.
You're taking that
medicine. Good job, Satish.
You're taking things way out of context.
I am with Satish. For the sake of being devil's advocate, yes. Every Panadol is made to kill you.
What I do stand on that topic is I feel like medicine is not something that is created with side effects in itself. I don't think people create medicine with malicious intent. But then again, the art of being a doctor, right? I spoke about this with somebody recently as well. Like, you're basically treating patients to not visit you. When you think of it, you need visits at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, exactly.
That's
I
why
mean,
you
you're
prescribe
working in a
medicine.
hospital. What your job is to make sure that people stay out of hospitals. So how does that tie into each other, right? So then there was this time that I had a very minor issue, and they just said that you need to get general anesthetics for it, and which was not needed. All right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think medicine is malicious, but then I think the doctors could overstate your condition just so that they can get you hooked onto it,
and then they can get more money.
It is so funny you say that because there's a conspiracy theory that says conspiracies around health have a lot of people promoting natural remedies. So basically what they're saying is that conspirational theorists think that health, this basically the fact that the Food and Drug Administration is suppressing natural cures for cancer because of drug company pressure. So because Big Pharma is pressuring governments to whatever to not prescribe it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll tell you an interesting example.
Yeah.
This is not medicine, but contraceptives. Back in the 80s, contraceptives.
Yes. You were using contraceptives in the 80s?
No,
How
man.
old are you, man? I was in my last birth.
I'm actually a vampire. That's how I know all this. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So
from the bat.
I am the bat.
Oh, he's Wuhan.
I am the Wuhan. No. So back in the 80s, this is an example of companies pushing their agendas and controlling society,
Right.
or mindsets of societies into a certain way. In the 80s, I believe, there was a ad that went around in the 80s or 70s. I'm not quite sure. I think 80s.
The one with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
The one with Michael Jackson.
There was an advertisement that went around in Sinhala saying, Punchi Paula Rattaran. Punchi Paula Rattaran.
Right.
Meaning the smaller families are better than, having, because those days, like even my mums and grandfathers and grandmothers' generations, they have 10, 15 kids in,
That was their recreational activity.
Yeah, that was a recreation activity, right? Because my grandma has 11
Life
siblings.
before social media. Bro.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I know so many other people of that generation who have multiple siblings, not just 2 or 3, which is the norm now.
Right.
Or maybe even 2.
Right.
So in the 80s, there was this ad that came out saying Punchi Paula Rattaran, meaning the smaller families are better, are golden. The reason for that ad turned out, and that particularly built this sort of,
I'm sorry, that was an ad for what? Chocolate or?
No, I'm going to get that.
Okay.
That also built this concept of, okay, maybe we don't need to make 5, 6, 7 kids.
Right.
We can deal with 2
You just
and
gotta,
3.
Just got to work on the pull-out game.
Yeah,
Right.
work on the pull-out game.
Or use plastic. Did they have plastic back then? No. Okay.
Wait, really?
Wait. Oh my God. Wait. Trying to get a point across.
No, my bad.
I'm sorry.
They had plastic in the 80s. Did they? No, they had plastic in the 80s. I'm sure they had plastic in the 80s.
That's new information.
Those 80s, I tell you, crazy time.
Crazy times.
So that created this whole idea of, okay, maybe we will go into smaller countries, smaller communities or families that have 2 or 3 kids, right?
Right.
And it turns out that the reason that came out was because this one particular company that sold condoms wanted to literally penetrate the market in Sri Lanka. And that was their ploy, that was their tactic to sell condoms.
Okay.
And you would have these family advisors going into homes and be like, trying to advise the parents, then stuff like that.
Paid promotions, bro.
Paid promotions.
So in a way, pharmaceutical companies who have certain control over medicinal stuff can do that. They can change.
But then you get that nowadays as well, right? I mean, if you go to a doctor now, the chance, and one of the reasons why my mom hates it, and again, you can talk to my mom about this argument. She doesn't like going to doctors now because she feels that even for the slightest thing, they will tell you to go and get 7 different tests done.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That could be them covering their asses.
Yes.
Because should something go wrong,
They are
it's
liable
on
to.
you.
Yeah.
Then you can get sued and the hospital gets sued. So it's in the best interest. But at the same time, there have been found that certain doctors prescribe certain medication because those companies give them a small percentage of that tablet or whatever it is.
Yes, they get commissions on it.
Yeah, commissions.
That's a pretty popular myth, or is it
No,
a fact?
it's a fact. It's
Okay.
fact.
It's fact, right.
People know that.
Okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn you, doctors.
So pharmacy.
Not all. There
Not
are
all.
great, amazing doctors.
Great, amazing doctors. We like you. You subscribe to the channel. These bad doctors shoo. Subscribe to Takish's channel.
She came out of nowhere.
Just threw her in the dark there, bro.
Hi, Takish.
Right. I think we should move on with the next conspiracy theory. We're getting stuck on medicine and COVID-19, and poor Satish is there. He's just getting triggered for no reason.
Yeah, because of you.
Hey, I'm saying
I'm
fact,
not
man.
reducing the AC. What do you want?
Reduce.
No, Satish.
Okay, increase the temperature of this. Hey, I'm sick. Come on. He put it in 17 pack.
You're sick. Maybe you should go get some meds.
I'm not sick. My palms are freezing. Okay, anyway, let's move on.
Your palms are freezing?
Weak antibodies.
No. You just made that up. All right, what's next?
All right, so when you think about the word conspiracy theories, I think, at least for me, right, the one thing that does come to my mind is like the pyramids. Like where do you stand on how it was created?
On the top of it.
So, what?
They used helicopters.
Right on the top, yeah.
They used
Because,
helicopters.
for example, the biggest pyramid, right? The Pyramid of Giza, I believe it has 2.5 million stones in it.
Right.
Each weighing from 2 to 80 tons each.
Right.
And a few of them being cut from a quarry, 100 to 200 miles away from where the pyramid is situated. And at that time, obviously, they didn't have machinery like we do today.
Right.
So how was that done? And not just that, right? It's situated in a way that it faces, I don't know, exactly north, south, east, west.
Right.
For reasons of burial purposes, because I think I saw this video recently where they say that it was not just a place of burial, but it's a place where they believe to be like a segue for the pharaohs from earth to heaven.
Right.
To
So
the
it's like,
afterlife.
yeah, exactly. So that's why
So
they locate
the-
it in a
To the
yeah.
Duat.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Duat.
Yeah. So it's like a
Egyptian afterlife, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
The Duat.
yeah. So it's like a segue, I guess. So right after pharaohs die, they situated right, I think, between Orion's belt, the constellation,
Yeah,
north, south,
it's
east, west.
the pyramids are built in that
Exactly.
the same line, right?
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
question stands, like, how did they do that, like back in the day?
The alien overlords.
Sorry,
The alien overlords.
alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overlords.
I mean,
Probably manual labor. I don't know.
bro, I told
mean,
you
if they're aliens,
this is
it's-
just one of the pyramids, right? The biggest one, 2.5 million stones,
No,
220 tons
about
each.
I
5
know-
million manual labor. I don't know.
I understand because that is a very popular conspiracy
Yeah.
theory as well, and they are said to have found drawings of astronaut-like beings within
The overlords.
hieroglyphics.
Hello, my sirs. I hope we please you with our podcast.
If any of you guys are watching, please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
And you know,
tell us how it happened.
Share the link to your other worlds across the multiverse.
Yes, please.
Or universe, or galaxies.
just with the cool
whatever.
people.
Yeah. only the cool aliens get to watch us.
Only people who can handle 17 degrees on an AC.
But no, I remember seeing there are actual ways that they could have transported it because it's quite close to the Nile. So
Okay.
there are ways they could have, somehow transported those big heavy blocks
Yeah.
on those logs or whatever, and then put them onto the boat on the Nile, and then sailed to Egypt, to Cairo.
Okay.
There's one that says that. There is something about this ancient historical things that we know, something close to home, Sigiriya. Even in Sigiriya, there are certain technologies that have said to have been there
the laser cutting some.
that
Yeah,
I believe have been lost to history. So things like how the
Alien overlords.
ancients,
Alien overlords.
alien overlords, these
I love
fuckers,
it.
I tell
Just
you,
like
these
GG, easy,
alien
bro.
fuckers, yeah. So these all these things that were built in ancient times that really defy maybe the laws of physics for us.
Yeah.
The reasons why there's Stonehenge, the pyramids, the
East Island.
East
Yeah.
Island rocks, things that in Sigiriya even. Ravana's myths and legends,
Right.
Dandumonara, the Vimanas. The Vimana, by the way, the Vimana stories, the flying machines,
Right.
are stories that are also in India.
You're
Right.
taking me back to my school days history lessons, really.
Yeah.
So, all these things, there's some sort of technology that has been lost to the ages that for some reason didn't continue. So it's another thing. What happened? What happened to those technologies? Like in Sigiriya, how do they get those waters up?
Right.
The tunnel, what do you call it? The plumbing, not the plumbing, but how they managed to get
The
water
piping.
from the piping.
Right.
Piping? Yeah, because mud pipes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm losing words. So they were using like the water pressures and certain systems, they were able to get water up onto the dang
Bro,
rock.
anti-gravity patches, Martin. Alien
Anti-gravity,
overlords.
yeah, alien
Come on,
overlords.
bro, it's easy.
And it is said, oh man, I can't remember the guy's name. The British English that's the
Takshay.
problem. Governor.
Governor.
Yeah,
Of
right.
course.
So the governor for cultural affairs at the time, when the Brits were here, at some point, when they went over to Sigiriya for archaeology, right, they had found certain things, technologies that were beyond even them, even the
Right.
Brits at the time. And there's this conspiracy theory where they covered it up.
Right.
And they buried it inside Sigiriya. And that would have explained a whole lot of things, like how the water was taken up, how the laser cutting things were done, possibly an entrance to a Stargate,
Right.
possibly how Ravana's Dandumunra would have
Flown, right.
Yeah.
because right next to that is another circular mountain or hill or stone called Danigala.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
not-
actually,
not
it's
Hasa.
literally,
It's a helipad.
It's sort
Whoa.
of.
Right.
It looks
Really?
like it from
Really?
above.
Whoa.
It's an actual circular. Google it.
I think there are images of this thing like around the world because I don't know what it's called exactly.
Helipad.
It's not exactly a hieroglyph. it's a
Crop
existing
circles? No.
no,
Okay.
it's an existing structure. You know, founded all these like ancient like Mayan sites.
Oh, okay.
And it's like I don't know what exactly it entails, but you know, it's interesting that so many places have similar structures and even
things.
pyramids. It's not just in Egypt. I think I saw this video where there are more pyramids in America
Yes.
than there are in Egypt.
In Southern America.
And nobody really talks about that.
In
Yeah.
Southern America.
Do you know
right?
Yeah,
that,
in
do you know
Southern
that there are
America.
pyramids underwater?
Sorry?
Do you know that there are
Yeah,
pyramids
exactly.
underwater?
And in Antarctica, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Atlantis.
I'm not
Alien
it's not
overlords.
theories, but this is
Alien
for real.
overlords.
Alien
yeah.
overlords.
Right.
I'll tell you the craziest theory.
Tell me that's what's the crazy.
Tell you the craziest theory.
You guys are loud. Sorry.
Tell you the craziest theory.
Yes, please.
Okay, so there's this theory that states that humans are not of Earth. We did not evolve on Earth.
Right.
So the theory is we are descendants of
Monkey.
aliens.
Oh.
Not alien overlords, but
Monkey.
aliens.
Monkey.
Who at some point in time decided to spread their seeds across the universe, across
right.
planets.
Yeah.
And those seeds, one of the places that seeds took
So
root was on Earth.
I'll tell you what's in my mind. It's like they were going in UFOs and they jacked off on it. I just
Oh my gosh, bro.
swear that's something.
Only Satis. Only Satis
Oh,
who
wait,
go
Satis.
to
That's the first thing
aliens
that
jacking off.
they're floating around.
Maybe that's what wiped the dinosaurs out, bro. You never know, bro.
Attack.
Maybe.
A giant lord. Whoosh. Extinction level event. Bye-bye dinosaurs.
Who is that? My question is, who is there to say no? You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Good theory for this. Then.
Okay.
So you were saying, yeah.
No, that's it. I'm done. I can't remember most of that theory, so
Right.
that's one.
No, but like adding on to that, there is a theory where we descended from like Mars or something, right? And we were the invaders into this
Oh,
planet Earth.
I don't know this one. I don't know this
No, so it goes like I think Mars is next to Earth the most inhabitable planet, right?
Right.
And I think right now they're finding small traces of water. So like the theory goes, I'm not a personal believer of it, but the theory goes that once they ran out of resources, right, to sustain human life, and while we were
Elon Musk from
expanding,
that side came to this side.
oh yeah, and then we invaded Earth,
Right.
which is why. And the reasoning for people who believe this is because every other creature we are obviously the most advanced creature on this planet, right?
Right.
And every other creature has innate ability
Shut
to
up.
like interact with each other, and they are all how do you say? They're linked to each other. But whereas our purpose on this Earth is like just to animals for either rearing, to eat,
Right.
and something like that. You know, we don't exactly fit in with the other organisms
Right,
of
right,
this
yeah,
planet.
fair
You know?
enough,
So
fair
that's just their reasoning. I don't personally believe it, but it's a theory. All in all. It's interesting theory.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
It's like at the first time I heard it, I was like, bro, that's
Sorry.
The worst thing about all this shit is it just makes sense.
yeah, it all falls.
No, I
into
mean, if you
place.
look at history, you can argue for any side of the story.
Right.
And you question everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you start questioning
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
You can take one single event in history.
Yeah.
You can argue it to the bad side, and you can argue to the good side. It's just how you
Exactly.
interpret certain facts.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it can go either way.
I will also go to the extent of saying what you said might be true much on the fact that a lot of what we don't know could have been covered up just to show that the superiors were supposed to be superior, so therefore they were superior. Because history at the end of the day is written by the victors.
The victors,
Yeah.
winners, yeah.
Right. So if that just makes you look smarter,
And at this point, history is written by those who have the most money.
right. Fair enough.
Right.
Damn, I'm adding that to my quotes, bro. Yeah.
You can add this guy's Churchill's one. History will be kind to me because I will be the one writing.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
That's a good one.
bruh.
Damn.
Bruh. It's interesting.
Satis?
Yeah, Satish, what other conspiracy theories do you have,
Since
Satish?
I'm born from that place, I'm gonna tell a story about that place. So my thing is about a story.
Do you want to tell us where this place is?
India.
Okay, thank you.
So this story is about a girl who was born and she claims to remember her past life. I mean, there's multiple things that say that you've been reincarnated.
Reincarnated.
Sorry.
He does a syllable by syllable thing.
Still learning.
Yeah, good for you, Satis. Pronunciation is how you get ahead of the game.
Exactly. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
I just did. My thing is,
he knows it too.
whether people are reborn or not,
Yeah.
thing is, how do you remember your past life so much to the point where this woman remembered that she was a woman who got, in her past life, she was a woman who got married to a man, and she died during childbirth. And people obviously at first didn't believe it. And then I think some people who, people who came and interviewed her and stuff, actually took her to the city where she was born and did all that. And she literally identified all the places of what this is, what that, blah, blah, blah. And she also eventually found the man she married.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
And that man literally said yes. And I think Shanti Devi or Ludgi Devi, I keep forgetting. But yeah, she literally identified the person who she married, and that guy's like, yeah, so I married this woman, and she died during childbirth. And this kid's like, yeah, it's me.
Are her children alive?
Sorry?
Are her children alive?
Both of them died, sir. I don't know. I have no idea about that.
So the mom and the kids.
I think both of them died, yeah. So and then she was reborn, and then she remembers everything.
There are plenty of stories like that.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful to think, because this is not our only life, if that's the case.
Right.
So we've lived thousands of years before, and probably will live thousands of years afterwards.
Right.
I mean, the fact that the soul keeps coming back and reincarnating, that the whole circle of life thing.
Reincarnation is fine, but how do you remember the past life?
That's the thing about women, bro. They never forget.
No, oh my god!
I'm just saying.
You women, y'all never forget things.
You'll never see a man telling that story, is all I'm saying.
I was going to say that, actually meant to say that, but okay, we were good with this.
I wanted to add that recently
kidding.
there was a story about this young pilot.
Yeah.
By which I mean there was a child who said in his last birth he was a pilot, and he identified the entire system who happened to be a guy. But then that's refuting his point, so I don't want to say that doesn't exist. Yeah. You women, bro, you know what I mean?
No, but that's amazing, don't you think? The fact that you still retain, it's in the end, if you think about it, what we call the soul or reincarnation is all about energy.
Exactly, and you cannot destroy energy.
Yeah, so that energy is what transfers, if you believe in that, from one person that dies to the other person that is reborn. So maybe there are certain energies that carry the memories of your last this thing. And only if you're in that particular level of brain activity or consciousness, a higher level of consciousness, that you can remember those things also. So I
will push it to the extent of saying, what are your thoughts on parallel timelines?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody else go.
Because here's the theory, right?
I have so many thoughts right now.
The
Everybody's
theory is every time you experience some sort of deja vu, there is a cross between two timelines.
The theory is that, yes.
You.
So there are infinite versions of Satis right now. One of
Who
you
did not react like that?
who did not react like that.
Right, yeah.
And there's a version of Satis who's not cold right now.
Yeah.
There's a version of Satis that wasn't triggered by facts I was saying.
Shit.
Yeah.
There's a version of Satish that was actually the scientist in Wuhan.
That's probably a version of Satis that was the bat. Oh, my Jesus, bro.
But yeah, man.
I'm really shocked. Michael, my mind is blown.
That's interesting.
Here's something else to think about. Another parallel universe theory is that every time you're faced with a decision, a fork in the road, every time you make a decision, there's a possibility of a parallel you making the opposite decision.
Yeah.
So think of how many times you made a decision, and how many of those parallel universes are probably existing right now because you took the complete opposite decision in another planet.
And if you ever needed a reason to be grateful, dude, you're understanding how many of those times you'd be dead.
Yeah.
Right? And so technically, to some certain extent at least, you are the smartest version of you.
Yeah. And so this,
I'm so sorry, Satya, that this is the limit of that.
let me see if I can blow your minds. I read this somewhere. I can't remember where I read it. It was in a book, or was it on his online article? I can't remember. But it was beautiful. It's going towards the whole idea of there being a supreme being.
Right.
So this particular person dies, and goes to heaven
Right.
and meets God.
Right.
Who that God is, you can think of your own God.
Thor.
For purposes of the story, it is a god and a version of heaven.
Right.
Okay.
And
This person asks us, he was killed immaturely because he was in his prime. He was in,
correct.
he or she, I can't remember if it was a guy or a girl. The person was killed in that person's prime. And the person asked God, why did you kill me in my prime? I had so many things to look forward to.
Right.
And then God goes, don't worry, I'll give you another chance. Now I'm going to send you back about 100 years before to be this particular person, like another being or another person in a village, like a rural village. Wait, why would you do that? Why would you put me back in time? I mean, haven't I done enough good? Yes, you have. But for you to be even a better version of yourselves, you need to live through lifetimes of, in Earth.
Right.
And ultimately, you reach certain level that you will become like me.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So that means, in that particular theory, every time you die, God puts you in a different time and place in that same timeline.
This is called the egg theory.
I don't know if it's a theory,
What?
but essentially that means you are interacting, you are killing, or you are loving, or you are making friends with, or playing with yourself in the end. And until you reach that many lifetimes, until you are the one that becomes a supreme being and reach that higher level of consciousness.
Right. And you transcend.
And you transcend.
Yeah.
So in every life, as you progress, it's going to get harder.
No. So the
It's
theory is this much, right? You know that you're a rational human being.
Right.
Is it the egg theory?
It's egg theory. You know that you can think, but you can't prove that my saying this to you is not a pre-recorded message. Right? The only person you know rationally that can think, that has thought, is you.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
Everything else could be something that's made to prove that theory to you, that is programmed to say these exact words at this exact time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you hear it.
Right.
Right? So you live this life, and then you die, and then you take that form, and you live that life.
Right.
But then you would be also here at this time when this is happening. So you would also be me saying this to you. You would be him saying that, looking at you. While
Basically,
I am saying
all of
this.
us would be you
You are all this.
in different lifetimes.
Wow.
Is that egg theory,
Yes,
really?
yes, egg theory.
Is that what egg theory is? I've heard of it, but I've not.
I think it's called egg theory, but something to do with egg theory. A single egg theory or just egg
I
theory.
can't remember what it is, but I read this and I thought, God dang, that's awesome. Huh.
Yeah, I think I have a very related thing. It's called solipsism. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it.
I have
right?
heard of that.
I
Yeah.
have not heard
So
of that.
this is gonna really mess with your mind, bro. When I tell you. So for example, let's say for example, Amanda.
Wait, hold on. What is this called again?
Solipsism.
Solipsism.
Solipsism. Okay. So you're the only real person in this room.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't get
All of us are simulated.
Right, yeah.
All right. Just think about it. Just think about it, bro. I mean, it could be.
I
It could be
know,
you.
I've thought about
It could
this.
be you.
Yeah.
I've thought about this. I know. And imagine. And there was this video, right? At the end, like when you're on your deathbed, what if someone just takes off the VR set and says, "How was the experience, man? How did it
How did
go?
it feel?
Stop
How did
right
it
now.
feel?" I mean,
Yeah, you gotta escape the
you
matrix,
can
man.
never prove it, right? You can
Yeah.
never prove that I'm a
You
living
would never
being.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
How would
you
know?
can't prove that I'm a living.
We could be
I
in
have
the
my own
Matrix.
conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is
yeah.
because that's why the movie Inception is such a mindfuck.
Yeah.
Because that is what he just said.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
what, are you in a dream? Are you in a simulation? Because are you going to die and then someone's going to be like, so how was it?
I
You all
mean
remember
that's
another time?
basically what the movie Matrix is all about.
Yeah, that's Matrix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta unplug, yeah.
Matrix.
Have you guys seen the Truman Show?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that's
it.
also.
No, what is the Truman
So
Show?
it's about this. Whoa.
Wait, Dad,
it's-
wait,
okay,
Grandpa,
so
hold on.
It's about this Jim
Carrey, yeah.
Yeah. So he's the star of this show. So it's about this ordinary guy living his ordinary life.
No. I want to say
Yeah,
it.
go
Hold
ahead.
on. It's about this. It's a life of a man seen through the lenses of. You just totally dropped me off, you asshole. Christian, you say it.
No, that's it. No.
You say it, bro. You say it.
Say, you also have to say
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
So, this is the life of Truman.
Right.
Yeah.
And the entire world is privy to this man's comings and goings.
Right.
Emphasis on the comings also. Literally every part of his life. Because he is living literally in a TV show made for him to be the star of that TV show.
Right.
And there's an entire community, an entire city built for him.
Okay.
So all his parents are probably his real parents.
No.
So everyone, his friends, his mom and dad, they're all paid actors.
Right.
Yeah.
And the studio is so vast that it's actually a massive city, and they've built
It's like a dome.
sun,
Yeah.
a dome. They've built atmosphere, the sky, the sun, rain. Everything is controlled by this one guy, the director,
Right.
aka God.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is about how Truman grows up in that TV show surrounding.
Exactly.
And everything about him is fake. It's just everything. Everybody is a paid actor.
exactly.
All these things that they eat are like, product placements, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And he's the only one who's not in on it. Everybody else is.
Oh yeah. And if I don't see you tomorrow, if I don't see you again,
Yeah.
good morning, good evening.
And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh yeah, that's how he ended it. Yeah, even after he discovered that he was on a TV show, that's how he walked off. It was pretty iconic.
I love it.
You should, if you haven't watched it, guys, you really have to watch it.
Yeah,
But I
for
feel like we spoiled it for everyone who hasn't watched it right now.
No,
because
but that is life, right? That
Yeah.
you have to just imagine the state of the mind of the person who actually came up with these theories.
yeah.
Like how many mushrooms were you on, bro? What kind of mushroom soup
Can
were you
I
drinking?
have that also?
But that's the thing, right? So Jordan Peterson's a huge, from what little I know,
Yeah.
Peterson's a huge advocate for psilocybins or psilobins or whatever it is.
Oh, what?
Like shrooms, basically.
Oh, okay.
Psilobins?
Okay.
Psilobins, yeah. Psilobins are the shrooms and whatnot, right?
My first time as well.
idea.
So basically he
Your
says...
first time having fruits?
No, my first time.
Yo, welcome to the show, bro. That's so, bro. But I could be pronouncing the word wrong.
I
but
honestly
from
don't
what I
know.
know, I think they were called psilobins.
Okay.
But these are basically like shrooms,
Okay.
like LSD and whatnot, right?
Okay.
That helps you see outside of the box of life. A lot of the people that I talk to who have done these sort of things, like shrooms and whatnot, they say that they can see music and they're one with trees and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Now, while that might sound like hippie culture and kind of dumb to us,
Yeah.
there's also a tribe in the Amazon, right, that has a plant for kidney stones. It's not that they've done the test to find out if this particular plant, by ingesting it, does it target kidney stones.
Okay.
Because of the herbs they smoke, they claim that the plants told them that if you have this problem, take me.
Use this.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's very interesting. Damn.
That look in his eyes, like, where can I get my hands on that guy?
It's either ayahuascas or ashwagandhas. I'm trying. I don't think it's ashwagandhas.
I forgot this.
Yeah.
He's booking a trip straight to the Amazon.
Oh, wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
But the thing is this, right? I will also go to the extent of saying that if you take, it's still very perplexing to me that even though we've advanced so much so in the world, our schooling system is still the same. But that is because the world needs to run in a certain way so that the world keeps producing, so that the world keeps consuming, right? If you can take yourself out of that equation, then you are quintessentially both free man and a madman. Because it is to a certain extent that you can go to before you completely lose it and start wearing tinfoil hats on your head saying the aliens are going to come and steal my brain. But we can't really say that's the stupidest thing ever, because what if those are the select few people who might have been in on something that
Because that's how the scientists that we know so well, Galileo Galilei,
Da Vinci.
Gosh, sorry?
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci, yes.
Right.
Da Vinci, by the way, had ADHD. I just read it somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who diagnosed
Whoa.
him?
Apparently he had.
He, in the spelling of his name.
Yeah. Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah.
He had an A and an HMD.
The famous scientists who I can't remember right now. I can't think of why I can't remember them. But they are seen as idiots or like
Crazy
fools,
people.
crazy
Yeah.
people.
They were
Like
tossed in jail and whatnot. Yeah,
they were tossed into jail. They were indicted for so many things because people they were going against popular norms and popular logic at the time because they saw something. They were in on something more than what the norm was at that time.
Yeah.
And so whoever we see now saying, wearing a tin foil on the head going, the aliens are coming, who knows? The man or person knows what exactly is happening.
Right.
Who knows? So it's interesting to think of it that way.
It is.
The only other person I know, dude, and I will extend this to you, but this is not conspiracy theory, right? This is
Copernicus, sorry.
right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, look at the camera and say it.
Copernicus.
There we go. There is Machiavelli.
Sorry?
So there was a famous, I think he was a senator called Niccolo Machiavelli.
Machiavelli is...
Machiavelli wrote the famous book, The Prince. Right? The whole thing with Machiavelli was he saw how, as a prince, you should govern a state.
Okay.
Right? As an authoritative figure, how you should do things for you to prosper. So the way he saw it was morality is very black and white.
Okay.
Right? In that you have to do what you have to do and say what you have to say to get what you have to get, because emotions can be extracted if you do this.
Machiavelli is a big name in psychology, right?
It's a Machiavellian complex, as far as I know.
Is
to
it?
be a Machiavellian is to be evil.
Oh, right. Okay.
And to be conniving and coy and all that shit.
Right, okay.
From what I know, you can please comment. But from what I know, the reason why he did that was he had bad upbringing and all that, from what I remember. But his entire book, The Prince, was to tell the next in charge how you should govern a state so that you win the hearts of the people. But there's a famous quote, dude. I think either it's in Goodfellas that he uses this or Godfather. But essentially, somebody asks the guy in charge, is it better to be feared or loved?
Oh, yeah.
And he's the one who says, it's always better to be loved.
What?
Right? It's always better to be loved. But love is such a here and there feeling that you don't know when people might turn on you because they love you too much. Or something like that.
Right.
So it's better to be feared and respected as opposed to being loved and then betrayed or something.
Okay.
So
What's your personal answer? Would you rather be
better to be feared.
feared? Really?
No, man, I don't know. I think if what that's a great fucking question.
I know my answer.
I know the answer you want me to tell.
No, I know my answer.
What is your answer?
Same. I used to think, it's better to be loved, be the good guy, the nice guy. Everybody loves you, you do the right thing. Guess what? The real world doesn't work that way.
True.
And you can't accomplish certain things in a working environment. You have to be feared to a certain extent. Doesn't mean you have to fearmonger and use fear as a weapon to get things done.
Correct.
It means you can still be a human being to your fellow workers, your peers, your subordinates. And still get the work done, but you need that particular essence of
Non-fuck with ability.
Yeah.
Right.
Non-fuckability.
Yeah, that I agree.
Don't fuck with me or I will make your life miserable.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, to get things done in a certain way.
Yeah. I think it takes a certain level of experience also to get to that stage.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Especially, I think in Sri Lanka also it's there because if you, for some reason, in the 18, 19 years of my professional career, I've realized if you give a man a chance to, be kind to him, and if that person is a good person, great.
Yeah.
Then you can work with him, and then with him or her, and then they'll be a good worker.
Right.
You get stuff done. You can even do great things. But the majority of our buggers here
Take advantage.
They take advantage. You give them an inch, they take the entire bloody mountain. So it's a way of controlling and keeping people in their place also.
Right.
So instead of being loved, I've learned that being feared and respected is much better, is more efficient to get things done.
What are your thoughts?
I think, like I said, it takes a bit of experience to get to that stage as well. Because personally, I think at this point in time, I'll take the former option because I don't know. I don't like to please everybody, but then again, when I don't make everybody happy, I feel like there's a certain weight on my shoulders. I feel like I'm not fulfilling expectations. Like for example, we had this presentation in uni recently, and okay, no, I'll not talk about that. For example, all right.
I don't know.
What's the name of the university? Okay.
No, for example, like if my friends have to pitch in, and if all of us have to pitch in together, I don't mind pitching in alone if that makes everybody else feel happy. If you get what I'm saying,
But that's people pleasing.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I
So you're
think
just a nice guy.
I guess. But then again, I don't want to. I think it gets to a stage after a certain point in time, after a certain level of rejection, and being through it, I will also develop the thing, like I said, to be more feared than to be loved.
The goal is to still remain the way you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But use not fear, but
I think
be
it's
stern.
I think it is essentially just setting boundaries.
Yeah.
It is setting
Learning
boundaries,
and
yes.
learning to say no, bro, is a big issue. For me.
It's a boundary.
Same.
Yeah.
I understand
Right.
you, bro.
Yeah.
People pleaser 1, people pleaser 2.
I see you.
Captain People Pleaser, how's it going?
Hopefully it changes up.
Yeah.
soon.
Sat is the biggest carpet I know. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm a good person. So I mean, if I would like people to fear me, I would not take advantage of that. I would not, do things that would harm them. And like say,
I will put you in a situation.
Okay.
All right. Right now, you are the president of the country.
Okay.
All right. The people you call ministers are us.
Okay.
Okay. We have grown up our entire lives with you, and you have grown up your entire life with us.
Right.
But because now you're our friend,
Mm-hmm.
we tend to take the piss when we feel like it. All right.
Okay.
Not just you, but then whatever else in the country we want to do, we can do.
Okay.
We are the president's friends.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
Right.
Would you then be stern
Mm-hmm.
and then should we cross a line, penalize us for it, or love?
That depends.
Also, just want to clarify, did you laugh when he said penalized?
I thought I was the only one who clocked that, bro.
Mamanta goes, penalized, you see.
In that sense, yeah, I would choose love. But the problem is, majority of people that I'm gonna have to deal with in future at the group, I'm not gonna trust them. They're probably gonna take advantage for sure. So that goes on
Yeah.
what you said. So in that case, yeah, I would choose fear. But in this case, I would choose love.
One thing that we're actually learning in uni,
Be
I
loved.
think this month we've been learning about the different types of leadership, right? There's
Right.
authoritarian leadership, there's situational leadership, there's I think it's
Totalitarian.
called relational leadership.
Okay.
So authoritarian, it doesn't really care how the people who work under
How
you
you
feel.
feel, yeah.
Like it's more of the
Screw your feelings,
be
just do
feared
what I tell you.
category.
Right.
So it's like you guys, you better do this.
Do
I
what
don't
I
care how
tell
you
you.
feel about it.
Yeah.
You get it done. But then again, there is the emotional guy, the the guy who cares about maintaining like a relationship with the people he works with.
Right.
So he'll be like, bro, I need this done. But sir, I have a small event. My wife is this thing in the night. Okay, then if it's okay, you hand it over to me by tomorrow. Make sure that she's okay. There are two different types of leaders. And then again, I think
The second one is what? Situational.
Sorry?
The second one is situational.
Second one is, I think, relational. Situational is completely different. It's just based on the situation that you're in. For example, somebody just runs into this room, okay, and they ask for help. Whoever gets up first is going to be the situational leader in this
I see.
in this scenario.
Right.
Right.
That's nothing to do with the other two, which is directly correlated.
Okay.
So I'm just saying there are two different types of people, and I think it takes a while for a relational leader. A bit of experience to get to
turn
being
into
an
the
authoritarian
authoritarian.
leader, because I don't think I can just walk into a group of people and be like, bro, do this. I feel like first I have to create a relationship with them.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, is it not the same
That's
for you all? Or
nice.
is it-
It's not the same.
It's just, bro, just get this done.
We gotta get this done.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends.
That's the most effective, but then again, it takes a level of confidence and a level of, how do I say
You need a level of not just confidence. So to be a good leader, the people have to believe in you first of all, also, and
Yeah.
for that you need to have you need to have a certain credibility about you.
Right.
Credibility, confidence, and the fact that the people believe in you, and your ability to lead them.
Yeah.
By the way, we are moving far away from conspiracy.
Yeah. Last conspiracy theory.
But
We're circling back to real life and coming back to conspiracy.
So being a leader is again, you have all those different types, but you have to be able to motivate. Ideally, you have to be able to motivate your people to do what you want for the good of the whole,
Yeah.
for
Makes
the
sense.
for the betterment of
Everything.
everything,
Like for the
everybody.
organization, basically.
For the organization.
And that is why the book The Prince was written by Niccolo Machiavelli. It's not a bad thing that was done. It's just you gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm sorry, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you gotta do what you gotta do. It is what it is. Done.
Then that was it.
And on that note, you guys, any other conspiracy theories? No? Your mom's gonna whoop your ass. You get late.
Oh, I have one. I have
Yeah.
one. It's right here in Sri Lanka, in Anuradhapura.
Which is?
People know about this. So in Ruan, you know where Ruanelisa is now?
Yes.
So
No.
It's in Anuradhapura.
We will,
do you know where Anuradhapura is?
I promise you, we will show Satish on the map.
We're going to take a map and show Satish where Anuradhapura is. So in Anuradhapura, there is this very famous stupa called Ruanelisa. It is built by Duttu Gamono.
Oh, okay. I heard.
Yes. You should
Had a
have
bit of
probably
history in
seen
my
it.
life.
Oh my God. Okay, so
What's going on with this?
next to Ruwanwali Saya, again, that is also another conspiracy theory where Ruwanwali Saya, Jetwanaya and Tuparamaya. Yeah, these three form the same, are in the same sort of alignment as Orion's belt as well.
Oh,
the
really?
same, the same alignment of the
shoot.
three pyramids of Giza. The same thing. Yep. So again,
Yeah.
there's something that's a whole other conspiracy theory that I can't remember. So
I didn't know that
if you know
till
about
today.
that, we'll talk about it. So near Ruwanwali Saya, there is a park called Ran Masu Uyana.
Right.
In Ran Masu Uyana. Now, this was relatively unknown until one of the, I guess, British architects, a person of archaeologists or whatever came and he was doing a survey before the British government those days while we were under the imperialism. So there is this very neatly sketched or etched circle pattern with markings on it that resemble a stargate. When I say stargate, it means it's perfectly, it's a perfect circle on a stone. It's etched, and you have all these markings like, and not just animals, but like weird symbols that are not consistent with the language or the styles of that era.
Like Pokemon.
Oh.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ancient,
like Pikachu and Mewtwo. Yeah.
These are the ancient designs of genocide.
Absolutely. Oh my guy. All right.
So, and these, however, are consistent with other markings they found worldwide to what they believe are stargates. Gateways to the answers to find the answers to the universe. Gateways to that connects universes or places, different places in the universe. So that is there on a stone in Ranamasunya, in Anuradhapura, near Ruwanwali Saya. Go find it.
Go check it out, guys.
If you touch the Pikachu, the two cheeks of the Pikachu one, you rub it in like counter circles and then you just go through. And then you're in the Pokemon world, you guys. It's crazy stuff.
I wouldn't mind being in a Pokemon world.
I conspiracy theory. I would to a certain extent, because if somebody gets their hands on something really dangerous, you're done.
Somebody gets a Rayquaza, holy shit.
You're done, bro. Like, so I don't
Somebody
know.
owns a Groudon, shit, you're done.
You don't need Groudon. You should take a ride on it. Teach an earthquake. You're done.
True,
What are you gonna do?
Teach an earthquake. TM. TM38?
26.
26 shit, I should have known that. Okay, anyway, conspiracy theories. Anything you got?
Since we are running out of time, I have one more thing.
You gotta hurry it up, son.
And it is related to time. I mean, where do you guys stand on the whole situation with time travel? Like, does it exist? Will it exist in the future? Because a lot of people say, no, it doesn't exist in the future, because obviously someone would have visited the past and said, oh, here we can...
How do you know?
Exactly.
How
And
would you know?
that doesn't negate the fact that you can travel to the future, right? I mean, for example, someone coming back in time means that they can't travel to the past.
Right.
Which we don't know.
We don't know. Here's the thing. If you know this guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes,
So
exactly.
he talks about this a lot.
Yeah.
So the possibility of traveling into the future because of relativity is possible.
Yeah,
Time dilation.
the
So
theory of
Einstein's
relativity.
Einstein's table. Or Einstein's what?
Times. Anyway.
I think it's called the Twin Brothers study.
It is the twin brother study. So
So-
it is the special relativity theory.
Yeah.
And the fact it's to do with time dilation when you move closer to the speed of light.
Yes, exactly.
Time slows down
Right.
in your reference frame.
Yeah.
Right.
In your frame of reference.
Yeah.
So if you go at the speed of light and you blast off somewhere, time will slow down for you, Amanda.
Right.
But for the rest of us mortals on Earth, since we're moving at the normal speed that we move in, our time will not change.
You'll be in your next birth.
No, we will still
And
remain
you
same.
will
But
say,
the-
I remember I was in a podcast with Amanda. Yeah.
yeah. By the time you come back in 10 seconds, not in 10 seconds, but
5 seconds.
fine. Let's say 10 seconds.
Right.
You are still younger than us
Yes.
Yeah.
because of time. Because time, that 10 seconds hasn't gone for you. You
Right.
only maybe gone 1 second.
So in a
But
way,
for
you've
us, it's 10
actually
seconds.
time traveled into the future because
Right, yeah.
it's called the Twin Brothers study, right?
is,
So
it
where
is.
they send one
Brother-
where they send one brother,
Not brother, but they call it
at the
his
speed
sister
of light
also.
closer to the sun.
Okay, we have one
And,
sibling.
Yeah, for 10 years, and then when he comes back,
She comes back.
he's
Sorry, I'm just.
so when he comes
I've heard
back,
the twin sister study. Okay, that's what I've heard.
just inclusive of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
So when he comes back, he or she comes back, they're 20 years older, the person who comes back, but the person who stayed on Earth is
Dead.
30, 40 years of age.
Oh, wow.
Or,
Have
and
you
above.
not seen Interstellar?
No.
Right. Watch Interstellar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch Interstellar.
Right.
Interstellar.
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 All right. Interstellar apart.
But no, wait. There's a little. I do. Sorry. He was about to. I do believe. I hope time travel to the past is possible. We just don't know.
Why?
Why? Because
Have you not seen Jurassic Park?
No, I don't wanna go to
you
the-
will accidentally bring something in your pocket and then
You know-
put a
you know-
COVID
you know-
again with dinosaurs, bro. All right.
You know what I want to do? I want to go back to the important moments in history, like when Caesar was stabbed by Brutus and the council. And all
They
these
blame
people.
you.
No, I'm just gonna be in the behind the pillar, like. Oh,
That is so
happened.
suspicious. Why would you be there?
I want to
Who
be
is this?
I want to be there when Jesus walked on water. I want to be there when the Prophet Muhammad came and but I did his thing. I don't know what he did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but every small thing
I want
you
to
do,
see. I want to see Lord Buddha
no.
performing the miracle.
Raj, in that case, every small thing you do will change the timeline.
But then you don't do it.
But
Neil
Neil deGrasse Tyson, not Neil deGrasse Tyson, sorry. Joe Rogan actually discussed this on his podcast where he says if time travel to the past was possible, technically you won't be able to travel back to a time before which the time machine was created in which you travel to. So for example, say it was
Right. And
yeah.
how are you going to charge it? There's no electricity.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
No batteries.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did it in Back to the Future. I don't know.
So for example,
find
if it was made
DeLorean,
today, tomorrow you can transport to today. So you can't
That's
transport
it.
to yesterday.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
right,
actually
okay.
get on
You
something.
can't go beyond it because there's
Exactly.
no point
Exactly,
in time
yeah.
to come back. Yeah, okay, I get it.
So you're going to go back tomorrow or yesterday?
I don't know.
Okay.
One more conspiracy.
Do we have something to do?
We have something to do. That's the point. Hi guys. Now the fun part. Sadiq, please get the fun things.
I will.
So now this is going to be a 2-on-2. All right, a battle royale, but a team battle royale. How we're going to do this is we are going to have a dark joke off, and the reason we're doing dark jokes is because it went so well with Seth's episode. Also, everything said from this moment on is only for the purpose of ha-ha. Nobody means anything they are saying. Some of these jokes might not make the final cut also, depending on how bad these jokes are. But it's all for ha-ha purposes. How we're going to do this is, there are 4 croissants in a bowl. All right?
I love a chocolate croissant.
Two croissants? Sure. Okay, sure. There are 2 croissants here, I guess. What we're going to do is, we need water. Takshi. So we'll get some water. We will do the... If Team A can make Team B with water laugh, and you see a little bit of it even coming out, Team B has to eat a croissant with green chili sauce. Let the festivities begin.
All right, first question. How did authorities find out that Princess Diana had dandruff? They found her head and shoulders in the glove compartment. Nice. It's not bad. You want me to keep recording?
Yeah, just aim for Christian. I have my favorite one here. Epa?
If you're...
How do you get a dead baby out of a blender? With Doritos. Okay, keep going.
How do you make a dead baby float? 1 dead baby, 2 scoops of ice cream.
That's a really good one, man. He really hard.
Raz is dying. Go for it. Raz is dying.
Shit.
Come on.
The other day, I was eating... The other day, I was eating on my grandmother when I tasted horse cum and thought, oh, so that's how she died. Go for it, Alice.
Okay. I like my women like I like my wine. 13 years old and locked in the basement.
God damn it, how many jokes is that?
Like,
Where did Amy go after the bombing? Everywhere.
let's go. That's
Oh my god, dude. There was a good joke in here somewhere.
funny.
That's Hasa thing. The way you started, you said it so casually.
Yeah, the Hasa thing really got me. And it started, I was eating out my grandma. What?
Did I hear that right?
Oh my lord.
Alright, so that's it. They're done.
Are you done?
Well, I mean, we have a couple more jokes, but you take a bite and go.
Take a bite.
Oh, yeah.
So do both of us have to take
No,
one?
the one
Yeah,
who spins.
No.
Both of you.
Both?
It's a team game.
No.
Yeah.
We got this, man, we got this.
Now do you understand why they want Team of Threat? I'm sorry, that's so lovely.
Actually, oh my gosh. Smack that. Smack it harder. There you go.
I can't. This is just a crowd. Sorry, kids. I didn't mean to do that.
Ah, there we go. Oh, God, it's put it all over.
Can they see this?
Sauce, kiss tomato sauce. Tomato sauce, no.
You guys are having dinner, you know, right?
That's a lot, bro.
Why is it that color? Very disturbing color.
It's green chili. What color is green chili in your house?
That's just like a very disturbing green.
That's like, you know.
And you got some on the table.
I'll get it, Tashi.
Whoa.
And whoa, that was a lot.
That is the whole thing? A bite?
A bite, yeah.
A bite.
Big bite.
Bon appetito.
Just put it to the mic. Come on.
Yeah. I called it was on the right one.
Let's have it one
Big
by
bite, one massive bite.
one. One by one.
Okay, one by one.
We'll have first Christian. First Christian.
Hey, yo, Rats, you call that a bite? Rats, you call that a bite? Come on.
I need to leave something for you. Holy.
Is it
Yo.
good? You enjoying it?
No, I actually might have like done something here.
Oh yeah.
I actually like that shit.
Rats, go for it. You might enjoy it. I'm not gonna try.
I mean, if you spit out the.
It's really good, bro.
Okay. I hate that.
That was
we
a
kind
fail.
Oh damn.
That's really good.
So every time we make you laugh,
Have
then
another joke at
every time we make you laugh, then it's another thing, right?
Fair enough.
By the way,
Alright,
guys,
water,
what is this? What is that chili paste?
green chili.
Green chili sauce.
Yeah, so the green chili sauce with chocolate croissant
Apparently.
apparently is magnifique. Eh?
It's really good. Like, whoa.
Damn, this just keeps backfiring. We kind of like.
I think you just invented something right
I told you should have got the vinegar, man. The apple cider vinegar.
Okay. I'll keep going. Okay. So another bite.
We have to.
Water.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Move the mic, please.
Got it.
So Mashan, basically, a guy walks into a bar, right? And on his way, he found a girl tied up to the railroad tracks. He untied her and they end up having sex, right? So then the guy gets to the bar and his friend asks him, Mashan, why are you so late? So then he tells about the fact that he found this girl tied up to the railroad track, and then like he released the girl and saved the girl, and they had sex in different positions and all that. And the friend gives him like a high five and props and all this. He asks, so did you get head? He says, no, I couldn't find it. My last question is my favorite question. Why can't you fool an aborted baby? Because it wasn't, why can't you fool an aborted baby? Because it wasn't born yesterday. Yay, second bite.
Let's go.
Yay.
wasn't born yesterday. Dude.
Go for it.
The bottom baby, I was like, yeah. Oh my god.
I love that joke so much, man.
I mean, any excuse.
It's a good excuse, actually. Yeah.
Go for it.
I don't know what this is. I don't know.
I don't think they can get us.
Huh?
I don't think they can.
I hope because sometimes if you laugh, I swear I'll put in your eye.
And then dibs on this one.
Go.
So you're gonna finish it? Oh my god, they're enjoying it.
This is
You all will understand once you're.
Also, this is hey MD, if you guys want to sponsor our show,
Please do by all means.
clearly, give us a call. That's all, bro.
Oh, wow.
Na 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 na.
Oh, no.
Alright, are you guys ready for your questions? With your questions.
Totally. As soon as you guys ready? Here we go. How many are we doing? 10 each, right? 5 each. 7, but 8. Okay, so 4 me, 4 you.
Sure.
What's the deal with airline food? Said the Malaysian shark. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, no, there's a better one. Last Christmas, my lesbian neighbor got me a Rolex. I guess he was confused when I said I want to watch. Oh, God. Yeah. You want to try one of these?
What? Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. Yeah. 2. I got 2. Yeah. You should probably speak to the mic.
Oh, okay. I wasn't speaking. What's the worst thing about locking the keys in your car outside an abortion clinic? Having to go in to ask to borrow a coat hanger. Damn.
Satish didn't get it, did he?
I'm letting it simmer, bro. No? Nothing. Okay.
All right.
I don't know if I can say this one on live though. Yeah?
What in the world? Okay. Where were the really horrible ones I had? But
Wait, let's go for the...
yeah, go for
Hopefully
that
I get them with this one. Alright. So what do you call... What's another way of saying, I just came in a woman? I just loaded the dishwasher. No?
What's the worst part
Yeah.
about breaking up with a Japanese girl? You gotta drop the bomb twice before she gets it. He's trying so hard. Oh, I can't say that one. No way.
You can't say that.
Good Lord, no way,
can't say
no. Oh, I'm so sorry. You want me to say it? Oh, this is bad.
If this doesn't get you, I don't know what will.
What do you call a stoned kid with Down syndrome? A baked potato. He's almost there. He's almost close. He's close. Go look at his face. He's turning red. He's turning into a baked potato himself. What's the difference between... Oh, I shouldn't say this. Oh my God. I should not say this. Oh.
Not that one either.
I mean, fine. How does a black lady know when she's pregnant? She takes out a tampon and the cotton's already picked. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. It's terrible. I walked in on my dad fucking my little brother.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what was worse, the fact that he was fucking my brother or the fact that the abortion clinic let my parents take the fetus home. How about that?
I see the droplets of water slowly seeping out.
Is it that? Oh, that took a while. I think that was about 8,
I
no?
think that was 8.
That was
Shall
8,
we do
that
one
was 8.
extra? We'll try to... Let's just research for like a really abomination of a joke. Yeah? Alright, let's go.
No.
Okay, this is... This is a bit longer, yeah?
What is happening over there?
All right.
Boys.
So a boy walks in on his father masturbating. Okay? The boy, curious, asks his dad, "Dad, what are you doing?" The father replies, "This is called masturbating, and pretty soon you will be doing it also." The kid, puzzled, asks, "How do you know?" And the father goes, "Because my arm is getting tired right now."
God.
No? Damn. You guys must really not like croissants. Whoa.
Oh no. Oh no. We're done, right? We're done.
Yeah.
All right. So looks like these guys somehow won, and they don't get to taste the greatest invention that Amanda made, which is chili
You
sauce
should try it though.
on chocolate croissants. Amazing stuff.
Leftover quarter.
Right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked the episode. Comment down below on anything you want us, anything crazy you want to see us do on our next episode. Share the episode, give us some love, show us some love, and we'll be back with more interesting topics and some interesting guests. Hopefully, thank you very much. Have a good day or night or afternoon. In case we don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Whoa, nice.
Catch you guys later.